Yeah, good everybody. How are we doing? My name is Chimebuka, and I'm an optometrist practicing in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I'm here today to discuss with us to talk about some of the things we should not do while in Saudi Arabia as an expatriate, as a foreigner. If you are planning to come to Saudi Arabia, listen and pay attention to this video. Things you shouldn't do while in Saudi Arabia. You know, every nation have their way of life. Every nation have what they do not accept and also what they also accept. And Saudi Arabia is not an exception. Where I am coming from, we have things that we cherish and there are things that are prohibited in my nation. And every nation have their prohibition, things that are not allowed in Saudi Arabia. So I'm going to mention about 9 or 10 of them we shouldn't do in Saudi Arabia. So let's hit the road. Okay, just like I was saying, things you should not do in Saudi Arabia. Number 1, never you film or take a picture of a lady in Saudi Arabia without the person's consent. It is highly prohibited to take a woman's picture, to snap a woman, or to take a video of people around you without their consent. It is highly prohibited, especially women. You do not snap them. If you are not related to such person, you do not do what? Snap such person. You do not take a video of such person. It is highly prohibited. The second one is during prayers, don't stay back. Let's say in a shop where you're working, in an office where you're working. During prayers, vacate the shop, vacate the restaurant where you are when others are vacating. Because prayer time is highly upheld to a high esteem. So therefore, you are not allowed or you are not to be seen in a shop doing something other than either vacating the premises, going in your indoors, or going into the mosque to pray if you're a Muslim. If you're not a Muslim, you leave the vicinity and hide yourself. No activity should be holding when it is prayer time, because Saudi Arabia, being an Islamic nation, they pray 5 times in the day. I think in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and dawn. So when it is time for prayer, whatever you are doing, whether you're a Muslim or not, drop it. If you're eating in a restaurant, you have to stop it. Because if you continue doing the activity that is outside praying or just going into an indoor place to stay, nobody will see you. If you are caught doing that, you find yourself to be blamed. The third one is, please do not take alcohol. Don't even bring in alcohol into the kingdom. It is highly prohibited. I mentioned this in my last video. Alcohol is highly prohibited. It's a big offense bringing alcohol into Saudi Arabia, or even sin taking alcohol. Alcohol is not even something that is available. It is not readily available in this country. Okay? Then the fourth one, don't do drugs. Don't disguise any type of drug into the kingdom. If you are caught, you have yourself to be blamed. If you are caught, I pity your situation as at that time. If you are caught, I pity the condition you will be in as at that time. Now, the fifth one is, as a non-Muslim, you are not allowed to be in Makkah, the holy city of Saudi Arabia. Makkah is described as the holy city for all Muslims all over the world. If you're a non-Muslim, don't find yourself, don't move into Makkah or the holy city or the holy place of their prayer. It is prohibited. Like even when you're looking for jobs, if you're not a Muslim, you cannot get job in Makkah. In Makkah city itself, if you're not a Muslim, Makkah city is mainly for those who are Muslim. You can get job opportunity and job offer once you're a Muslim, but if you're not a Muslim, it is very, very difficult for you to get an offer. Then talk more of you just going into Makkah to do what? It is prohibited. It is mainly for the Muslims. It is mainly for Muslims. Okay. Now the sixth one is don't engage in public affection. Don't engage in public affection. As a foreigner, you want to come into Saudi Arabia with your family, with your partner. Okay. Now, as partners, you are legally married to your partner. But it is prohibited for you to come in public to show affection, to kiss. It is highly prohibited to kiss. Such kind of thing you can see in the Western world or any other part of the world. It is highly prohibited in Saudi Arabia. You do not have to show that affection. Take your partner indoors, take your partner into your homes and show the kind of affection you want to show, but not in public, because one, you might be maybe tempting people around, but it is highly prohibited to show a public affection. Now, the seventh one is don't eat with your left hand in a public place when you are in the gathering of Saudis. When you're in the gathering of Saudis, you don't eat with your left hand, no matter what. You eat with your right hand. So don't ever eat with your left hand. It's like a sign of, it's an insult. Okay? I wouldn't know if there is any penalty to that, but it's an insult to those who we are eating with, because Saudis, they love to eat together. Saudis love to sit on the floor to eat together. It's a big culture. I learned that where they eat with hands, because over my country, I don't eat rice with hand apart from swallow. So everything that's been eaten here is with hand. So when you are eating with them, you do not eat with your left hand. If you find yourself in their midst, never you eat with your left hand. Now the eighth one is Saudis, they love to sit on the floor. When you sit on the floor with the citizens, don't stretch out your leg when you are sitting with them. It's either you fold your leg, sit this way, fold your leg, you sit on the screen, or you sit in another proper position, but you don't stretch your leg towards another person. They see it as being disrespectful, they see it offensive, so you have to respect that aspect of them. So you fold your leg. That's why they know how to fold. By myself, I'm not flexible. I can't fold my legs. So it's either you just try and avoid the gathering, or you sit in a proper way, but you do not stretch your leg towards another person. Now, the number 9, what you shouldn't do in Saudi Arabia is do not discuss about their culture, about their religion in a derogatory way in public. Don't discuss them publicly. Don't even discuss about their religion if you're not a Muslim. Don't discuss about their religion in a very derogatory way. Don't discuss about their culture. It is highly prohibited, because they'll bounce on you. And for me, it is somehow, if you come to my place and you start talking things that are not normal about my belief, about my culture, I will frown at that. I will actually frown at that. Then another thing is this. The 10th one you should not do. When you meet a woman in Saudi Arabia, don't stretch your hand to shake that person. Don't stretch your hand to shake. It is highly prohibited. You don't do that here. Like some of my Nigerian brothers who are here working as doctors, some bring their wives, their wives come to Saudi to visit them. Oftentimes, they bring them to my office, we meet in an open place. Because of how the society is, I find it difficult to stretch my hand to have a handshake with their wives. I can have a handshake with the husbands, but the wives, I just put my hand in my pocket, because I'm in another land where a woman is not meant to be shaked by a man. You are not. They protect their women. They protect women generally here. Women are seen as egg to be protected, as queen. So you don't shake. It is offensive. It is disrespectful to shake a woman who isn't related to you. So when they bring their wives, and we'll just meet, I try not to shake. I just say, hey, how are you? Sometimes you might be tempted because of where I'm coming from. Oh, you shake, we hug, all those things. But in Saudi Arabia, I'm not talking about hugging itself. Ordinary shaking is not is disrespectful to them. So, having heard about all this, think about it. Do you think you can come to Saudi Arabia and work? Saudi Arabia is a beautiful place. It's a very beautiful place, but because it's a country of its own, they have their culture, they have their belief. You as a stranger, you are supposed to do what? Respect the belief, respect the culture for you to function very well. Thank you very much. And please do not forget, share this video, like, comment, follow, and subscribe. And God bless you.